Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Just wanted to jump on really quick, wanted to share some things with you guys. We are preparing for our upcoming Men's History Month for those that follow and support Aspiring Authors Magazine, the Crew Podcast, and those various platforms. We are gearing up for our Black History Men's Month, where we like to honor of what we do here on the Crew Podcast. So I am excited. As you saw when we was coming on, there were um, a couple notes, a couple of things. If you are a king, if you are a male, and you would like to join the magazine and get featured inside of the magazine, I encourage you to reach out. You can reach out to Aspiring Authors aalac@gmail.com and grab you a feature. What better way to showcase your brand? You have opportunity to share your brand around the world. We are a global magazine, y'all. We are available on most all platforms. You can get us through digital, printed. We are available on Amazon. We're available on MadCloud. We're available on Blurb. So there is so many different opportunities where you can get the magazine. You also can purchase a magazine from one of the writers. If you like to support the writers, we're able to purchase the magazines at cost and sell them for what they retail. You can help a starving um, writer because we do not get paid for what we do over here. Um, it's all putting out the magazine, getting the magazine out, and making sure that we're able to amplify voices and that we're able to allow these voices to be heard. And I'm just super excited. I thank God for even giving me charge over this and allowing me the opportunity to be the vessel to be used through this magazine and putting this magazine out and putting it in the hands of those that it need to be in. No, we may not be reaching 1 million people. We may not even be reaching 1,000 people. But y'all, every time I can go over to the page and see where people are ordering the magazine, not just here in America, y'all, but they are ordering the magazine in the UK. They're ordering the magazines in the Netherlands and places, y'all, that I didn't even think people even watched or supported us or even cared what we were saying. But y'all, you would be truly amazed at who is supporting you, who follow you, because a lot of times people don't comment, they don't share, they don't say anything, but they are there supporting, they are there cheering you on. So don't always look at the numbers when you're trying to figure out if people are following, if people are getting what you're saying, if people are really engaging. Know that when you start seeing your magazines, your books, your articles, and all these different places, know that people are listening, people are looking, people are watching because they couldn't be spreaded across these different platforms and be available in these different places if people wouldn't desiring them and if people wouldn't requesting them. So y'all keep doing what you're doing. If you are a king, I'm putting a plea out for my men, for my black and brown men. Y'all, I know all of you guys are not fathers. So that's why I don't just celebrate Father's Day for the last 5 years since we created the magazine. Well, for the last 4 years, because the first year we did not. But for the last 4 years since the creation of the magazine, we have been taking the month of June and just truly honoring our kings. So if you're out there If you get featured in the magazine, we're also going to feature you on our blog. We also I want to personally interview you because I want to tell your story. I want to share your story and be able to share your story around the various outlets that we use to push out our message and to get our message across. Um, don't think that this is just something light. If you're doing something to impact, if you're doing something that is making a difference. Like, people need to know. People need to know your story. People need to know how you are surviving. I am so, because society has really, really disappointed me when it comes to our men, our kings. They have made our men feel as if we don't need them or we don't want them. Yeah, I'll be the first to tell you, I love my black kings, and I would not trade them for the world. I love me a black man that is a leader, that is leading by example, and it is taking charge. A lot of people, they find it hard. They say women don't want to be submissive now. Well, if you have a king that is leading, then you would want to be submissive, because who wants to be in charge all the time? I don't. I get us wanting to be independent and wanting to be on your own in some areas, but y'all, I need me a black king. I don't need. I don't. I need me a black king to be my support, because it's a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So I'm waiting for I'm waiting for my husband to come on and show me that good thing. Show me that I am his good thing, so that we can make this thing happen. So yes, 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 yes. Y'all support your king. If you have a man in your life and he is doing amazing things, and it may seem like it is small, it may seem like it is nothing, but if he's doing something, y'all think about it. He's not in prison. He's not out in the streets. He's not in gangs. He's not out on drugs. He's not doing. If he's doing anything positive, we should be supporting him. We should be uplifting him. We should be encouraging him to keep going. Because y'all, society truly have let our black men down. If you look at the disparity of the percentage of our black men that are behind prison walls versus other races, and people don't want to talk about it, don't want it to make it a race thing, but y'all, if just be honest. We just got to be honest with ourselves, and if we just look at what is happening, and then we complain about the prison system, they don't care. We gotta understand that if we don't stay on these people, we don't do what we have to do, they don't care. Because if we go back and we trace the history of why these people created these things, why these things are even in existence, then we would truly understand why they don't care. Um, Prison system was truly set up to keep runaway slaves. That's what jails were for, to house runaway slaves. And this is what they continue to do. They continue to use the prison system as a form of slavery, because you go there, you got to work, you get no pay. They feed you when they want to feed you, what they want to feed you, if they feed you, how they want to feed you, what they want to feed you. I have an issue with that. I have an issue with, yeah, we all make mistakes. And a lot of us, let the truth be told, a lot of us, we should be behind those prison walls. But by the grace of God, His grace and His mercy, we didn't have to end up behind those prison walls. But for that person that is there, they got caught. They're doing their time. But if we look back over our life and be honest with ourselves, then we need to learn how to forgive, and understand that everybody can make a mistake. And just because you're free today don't mean you'll be free tomorrow. And then not only that, the judicial system, period, is not set up for none of us. Yet we run from it when we should be the ones that are knocking down the doors to get in position so that we can begin to change some of this stuff that we're seeing happen. You know, we vote, we, or at least some of us say we vote, and we're active in our community, we're doing things in our community, but really, how are we trying to really make that change? And then we look to certain people that are doing things, and then we want to lay it all on them when we have all been given a charge. Yeah, we've all been given a charge. We all been given something, a mandate over our life that we're supposed to be doing, that we're supposed to be impacting lives. You know, sometimes I find myself all over the place because God has given me so many things, and He just keep dropping things in my spirit for, reaching our people. Because me personally, I can say I had a great family. I had an amazing, I say I had a amazing upbringing, um, up until my mom passed. You know, after my mom passed, it was just like I was on my own. I had my sisters, I had my older sister, my older brothers, and I had my aunts. But if I didn't get it, then I had to learn on my own. And I'm grateful that my mom shared a lot of things with me because, yeah, I could have been one of those people that ended up in the system, but I didn't end up in the system. I'm grateful for that. But for so many of us, we end up in the system because we end up in foster care, we end up in juvenile, we end up in prison system. And once you become a product of one of these facilities, one of these systems, then it seems like you go from one system to the other, one system to the other. You have see a lot of people that come through the foster system, they also end up in the prison system. And y'all, we as black and brown people, we got to look at these things. We got to take a hard look at really what are we doing to make a difference, or are we still dependent on other people? Because a lot of us, we still have that slave mentality. A lot of us are still waiting for other people to do stuff for us, and for other people to make a difference so that we can come out of what we're in. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Just like there is nothing new that is going to fall from the sky. Like everything that has already been mapped out for you. Your life has been mapped out. Your destiny has been mapped out. It's up to you to make those choices. See, He give us free will. And when we begin to make these choices and we begin to make these decisions in our life, that determines which route we go when it's time for us to walk in our destiny. See, if we listen to Him, then we can stay on the straight and narrow. But then when we start having these, we want to go with this friend, we want to go with this friend, we want to listen to this person, we want to listen to that person. Then we start freewheeling and we start going our own routes. And then we have to understand that we have to suffer those consequences. We have to go through those consequences. We have to deal with those things that is laid before us. And that is what's happened. We look at in the 80s, the government, because we all know the government is behind a lot of the stuff that is happening. But we know the government, when we came out of slavery, they immediately told us that we can provide you some housing, we can provide you this, we can provide this, we can provide that, we can provide that. But the came in when they said, "Oh, but you can't have no man." That immediately began to break down the family. So you can't have no man if you want these things. So then that's what began to pull the man out of the house. Because a lot of the coming out of slavery and coming out, a lot of people didn't have resources. They didn't have the job skills. They didn't have the funds. They didn't have a lot of stuff. So they truly had to depend on the government. But now we understand, we once you know better, Y'all, we can do better. And we're in a place now where we listen to them, because what did they tell us? They said, well, if you want to be like us, because they say if you want to be like us, because they think that they are the pure one race. If you want to be like us, get a job, go to school, get you a little white picket fence, house with a little white picket fence, and have your 2, 3 children, and you have arrived. That is the American dream. No, so far from it. So far from it, because you buy a house, you got to pay on it for the rest of your life, because you got, if you don't pay them taxes, they're gonna come get it. So it's not the American dream. It's a lot of things that they have portrayed and put out before us that is not the dream. That is not what life is. That is not what living is. So I want those generations that's coming after us. I want them to see, because the word said we should do greater works. How would these individuals know about the greater works if we don't leave the evidence of the things that God allowed us to do, the things that we were able to overcome, the obstacles that we were able to step over? See, we gotta leave the evidence, and we gotta be able to show people what we did. So we doing that. Now, in the magazines, we have podcasts now, we have magazines, we got books, we have everything. We're an outlet for you to be able to share. So, for all my kings, calling all my kings and all my queens that want to honor, if you have a king in your life that is doing amazing things, and you feel like he deserves to be recognized, that somebody need to know who he is. We have men that have businesses. We have men that are authors. We have men that are doing great things as in the community. We have men that are leading in on their jobs, um in different arenas. Like I'm so proud of um these men that are a part of the 100 author movement, because they lead in different ways. We have Dr. Wendell, we have Dr. Brian, we have Dr. Carey, we have Elijah, we have Dr. Josiah, we have Robert, Mr. Robert. We have I'm trying to name them off the top of my head. Reverend Edward. We have Apostle Thomas. We have Zach. He is a podcaster. He's one of my fellow podcast hosts over on the WBNN. Also, y'all, he is getting ready to join them kings of the airways. Y'all, I'm excited. I'm excited because we are launching a new well, it's not a new platform, it's an addition. We're adding a 7 o'clock lineup. Um that's gonna our men are gonna come on first. They're gonna be coming on at the 7 o'clock hour, and then of course our queens of the airways are gonna still be coming on at 8 o'clock. But y'all, we're revamping over here. We're expanding. We're allowing some more voices to come and be a part of what we're doing. And not only that, y'all, we're getting out in the community. So if you are hosting events and you need individuals to come MC, you need individuals to come host your event, host your red carpet, whatever you need. If you need individuals that are willing to come out and be a active part of your event, to help highlight your event, to bring some more exposure to your event, we definitely would like that opportunity to partner with you to come out and help you amplify your voice, and you know make this thing happen together. So I definitely encourage you to connect with them divas and them kings, y'all. Our kings are coming in July. Y'all, we got a lot of new things that are going to be dropping, some things that have been revamped and we're relaunching. We have a lot of stuff going on over here, but it's all it's all for our good and all to still bring God glory, because in everything I do, I acknowledge him and I have to reference him, because if it was not for him, y'all, none of this stuff that I do would be possible, because I'm telling you, who am I? And Lord knows the journey I've had. I tell you, if he would take a wrench like me and allow me to do some of the things that I do, I tell you, if you don't keep moving, you don't keep walking in your destiny, I'm telling you, you'll catch up to it soon. If you keep going, don't quit. I don't care what it look like. I don't care what it feel like. Don't quit. Because guess what? When you're doing something right, the enemy's going to come. Them imps are going to be on your heel, because they know that you're moving for the kingdom and you're making things shake. I tell you, the enemy been busy. Y'all know we stay on the wall every morning, 5 a.m. We're on 5 a.m. prayer. I may be late some morning, and I've missed a couple of mornings, but 5 years I can tell you, I on one hand, well maybe two, I can tell you how many times I missed. Not many, within 5 years, and I've definitely seen God move. I've definitely seen what He will do for our sacrifice and our obedience. So I'm telling you guys, connect with what we're doing over here. The Crew Podcast, Aspiring Authors Magazine, the 100 Authors Movement. You got the Free Texas Campaign. Let's talk about it. You got Believe in the Journey. We have the women broadcasting, the Voices of Women in Broadcasting magazine that's coming soon, y'all. I'm telling you, if you're in media and broadcasting, this is going to be an outlet. Connect with Chavita. Connect with Chavita Harris. She is the visionary of Wings of Transformation Publishing. Um, she also is the lead visionary in the Women Voices of Broadcasting and Media. She is the head visionary and creative person behind this movement, y'all. This is an opportunity for women to share what they're doing in broadcasting and media. So if you are a media, if you're in broadcasting and media, whether you're in newspaper, podcasting, radio, TV, blogs, whatever you do, make sure that you connect with Chavita Harris and allow your voice to be heard inside of um, the magazine. We are launching a quarterly magazine to help amplify the voices of those that are in broadcasting and media. Because a lot of people may not even know who you are. They might not even know that you have a podcast. They might not even know about your magazine. They might not even know that you have a blog. So we are creating a space where we can highlight you. We can share your brand. We're going to do a directory. The first edition is going to include a directory. So if you're out there and you want to be listed, we're listing podcasts, radio shows, um, newspapers, newsletters, however you are allowing your brand to speak within a media outlet platform. We want to showcase you. Again, reach out to Chavita Harris. She's right here on Facebook. She's on most social media platforms. You can Google her. You can also look up Wings for Transformation Publishing. She is the visionary CEO of that. Just ways that you can connect and get involved. So y'all, I know I ran through a lot in those 27 minutes, but I hope you grabbed some nuggets. I hope you grabbed something that you can share. Please share this video out. Tag somebody if you know a man, a black and brown king that is definitely creating and leaving a legacy. I definitely want them to join us. Y'all, it's only $35 to be a part of the magazine. $35 for a one-page feature. $25 for a printed copy. You get a printed copy that will be mailed to your house from the publishing company. the company that publishes our book, you would our magazine, y'all would get one where they publish books too, but you would get magazine mail directly to you. So grab your feature, grab your one page, only $35, $25 for the magazine, and allow your brand to speak. You also will every king that is featured inside of the magazine, I will also do a interview, a 30-minute interview, and share you on our blog. Y'all, we want to make sure that you are getting some exposure, getting out there, getting seen and heard. So we're gonna share you across the platform. I think that is it, y'all. I think I ran down pretty much everything. Shout out to Marcine Moore. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Her birthday is today. So happy birthday, Queen. That is our poet of the year for 2025. Again, Marcine Moore, happy birthday. If you guys have any questions about anything that I have shared with you today, please don't hesitate to reach out and get further details, further information. Y'all, we are coming to Chicago June 14th. We will be in Chicago June 14th and 15th. We'll be in Chicago, Illinois area, um, hosting a pop-up book stop, as well as supporting Coach Rachel on her new book release on that Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. So I encourage you guys to get involved if you are in the Chicago area. If you are willing to travel, please join us and we will see you in Chicago. July, we are headed to Spartanburg, South Carolina, going through my stomping ground area, but we're headed to Spartanburg, South Carolina. Um, Excited about that. Cannot wait to go and help Travita celebrate the launch of her new book, as well as celebrating my friend, her mom, Mama Afridia, my purple lip friend. Um, I am so honored and so glad to be able to celebrate her birthday, because I had an opportunity to meet this queen. And I didn't know her long, but it felt like I know her all my life. Um, Even now, when I see those tears start to flow from Travita's eyes, y'all, I want to break down in tear too, because I remember those days when we started our training. And I remember those days when she would come on that training with us, and I had to make her an honorary host and allow her to have her own show, just from the impact that she made on me in those times that we shared during those training calls. And it was right before we launched the podcast. We was doing training, getting ready for the launch of the podcast. We hadn't even launched the podcast yet, y'all. So I'm just grateful to be in a place where I can go and help her celebrate her mom. And I hope that we could meet some of you guys out there. Come on out to Spartanburg, South Carolina, and celebrate with us. Y'all, this is Travita's first book launch. She's never had a book launch, and I think the baby got about 7 or 8, maybe 10 books out. She's been a part of a couple anthologies as well, but this is going to be her first book launch and birthday celebration for her mom. So y'all, if you can, if you in Anderson, Greenville, Spartanburg, if you are an author, you are a business owner, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to come out, showcase your brand, share, connect, collaborate, create. Y'all, we community building. So come on out and support Queen Travita as she celebrate her mom's 66th birthday. There's a lot of messages in within the title, within the day, within all of that. So y'all come out and hear some of what Sharita has to share with us, y'all. And then we are headed to New York in August. Yeah, y'all, we back to back. We headed to New York in August, the 29th through the 31st. Um, it's our tentative plans. The 29th, we're planning on doing a meet and greet for those that are coming in early on that Friday. We just want to get everybody together. We do not have a solidified place where we're going to be meeting yet. It may be just we are meeting for dinner and go and sit down and eat. Just come together and eat together. Or we may try to go and meet at a bookstore and just have some hors d'oeuvres and just mingle and just have an amazing time. But Saturday, y'all, is the main event. Saturday is the main event. I'm excited about this because we have some things lined up for you guys. We're actually going to have a guest that's going to be coming out. That's going to be sharing. I'm going to wait and let Charlotte announce this guest because Charlotte was the main person behind connecting with this guest. So I'm going to let her announce it. She's going to be announcing it soon, hopefully. Um, I had an opportunity to really sit and talk with this amazing individual, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and they felt the vision. They felt it, and I'm excited that we were able to connect. I know that this won't be the only thing that we're doing together. There are probably going to be many more projects to come. Just because of just that connection, just that conversation. And I'm looking to have that conversation with so many more of you guys because y'all, this is the season for us to really connect, collaborate, create, and community build. So I'm here. I'm here for it. I am looking for some ambassadors for the magazine, y'all. We're looking for some ambassadors for the magazine to really help us to get these stories that need to be shared. So if you know individuals that may want to write for the magazine, we need some writers. We want some more writers. We need some more perspective. We need some more insight. Shout out to those that have been a part. Whew, y'all, Patrice have been holding it down since we started. She have been on the crew, on the magazine since we started. Apostle Kimberly, I think this is her third year. Um, Milagros, who no longer writes for the magazine, but was one of the most beneficial persons for the magazine. And when I tell you, she really, really helped me hold this magazine down in the beginning as well. She started with me. She was with me for about 3 years. Um, until her health started declining. I think 3 or 4 years, maybe in 4 years, and then 3 years, 3 years, and then we have Charlotte joined us last year. Um, we have Michelle Rivera who joined us this year, and then our new poet of the year, and then we have, of course, we have Cornell, who writes for us from time to time for the Free Texas campaign. Shanette also writes for articles for the Free Texas campaign, which is just not for the state of Texas, y'all. They really get out and do a lot of stuff. Y'all know that Shanette is the host of Let's Talk About It. And Cornell is actually the co-founder of the Free Texas Campaign. They are co-host on Shanette's show. Shanette allows Cornell to be her co-host because he is very insightful and he has a lot um, of things that he can share for those that have been incarcerated, those that are incarcerated, and those family members of those that are incarcerated. Things how you can advocate, how you can stay abreast of what's going on, and how you can um, just you stay on these people about your loved one. Um, but y'all, I am getting ready to jump off. I know I was all over the place. But everything as it come to me, I just drop it. I just drop it as it drop in my mind. I just drop it. I know I probably forgot some things, but y'all charge it to my mind and not my heart because I truly love each and every one of y'all and I thank you for your support. Remember, if you have a king in your life, y'all, this is the time to allow him to be featured inside of our magazine. We're honoring our Black and Brown Kings for the month of June. We've been doing it now for going on 4 years. This is going to be our fourth year. So we are honoring our Black and Brown Kings. If you have a king in your life, go ahead, get him a one-page feature inside of the magazine and allow his brand to speak. Allow what he's doing to speak. Allow him to create and leave a legacy for those that are coming behind him. This is a way that you can celebrate him for the month of June, for Father's Day. We know that Father's Day is in June, and for those that are fathers, this also can be another award, another something that you can do to amplify the fact that they are a great father as well. But it is not for just the fathers. It is for all men because not all men are fathers or dads. And we want to honor them and let them know that we appreciate them because oftentimes they get overlooked. So please, y'all, share this out, share this out, share this out. Again, I hope that there's something that I have shared on today that have been a benefit to you guys and that you guys would take it and share it with your loved ones. Again, I am out of here. Y'all have a great one.